Where are we going next? Well, it's someone who has the goal of being an international correspondent, someone who likes Greek and Latin. Is that going to give us a clue to what they're going to talk about next? They are coming from Dean Close School, and that is contestant number 4, ALBA. ALBA, make your way up onto stage. Content, clarity, and charisma. You have 3 minutes to share.
Good afternoon. Have you ever wondered how, when a musician plays the piano, they're able to play complex melodies flawlessly, effortlessly gliding their fingers across the piano? How their hands seem to possess a mind of their own? Well, behind this seemingly magical ability is no easy explanation. It all comes down to a remarkable phenomenon. Now, I'd like you all to imagine that your brain is a beautiful garden. Now, this garden is filled with lots of intricate neural pathways that connect different regions and allow information to flow seamlessly. So, just as this garden can grow and adapt, your brain has the incredible ability to reshape and rewire itself. And this is called neuroplasticity. It may seem like a big word, but don't worry, we can break it down. So, neuroplasticity. Neuro means brain, and plasticity means the quality of being easily shaped or molded. So we can conclude that neuroplasticity refers to your brain's ability to shape itself. And this can be as a result of learning, experiences, and even rehabilitation. Think of it as your brain's very own renovation project. So, as you start to play new pieces on the piano, your brain springs into action. You need to process and coordinate various aspects, and initially it may feel like deciphering some secret code. But don't worry, because your brain's neural pathways start to flex their muscles by forging new connections and strengthening existing ones. And this process is what we commonly refer to as muscle memory. Muscle memory is a type of procedural memory that allows certain movements to become automatic and almost effortless throughout constant repetition and practice. Now, muscle memory is such a fascinating concept because it isn't just about your actual muscles. It, in fact, has everything to do with your brain. So the brain sends electrical signals through the spinal cord to the muscles, which then contract to produce the desired movements. So consistent practice with intentionality helps the brain fine-tune these connections, allowing for increasingly refined movements. And as these movements become more refined, the need for conscious effort and attention decreases because your brain ultimately creates a shortcut as muscle memory takes over. But here's the exciting part. Neuroplasticity and muscle memory aren't confined to pianists alone. They can be applied to a vast array of skills such as learning how to ride a bike or perfecting a dance move. So, the next time you marvel at a musician playing the piano with effortless finesse, remember that it is their brain's remarkable ability to shape itself that results in that mesmerizing beauty of their fingers dancing across the keys.
Wonderful. So some beautiful neuroscience hidden in those concert performances. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Let's go over to our judges for some questions. And Ali, can I start off with you, please?
Yeah. Well done, Alba. Really fluent performance. Is there a way of speeding up muscle memory?
Well, like I said, consistent practice of intentionality. So like the more you practice makes perfect, basically. And, you see pianists performing 45-minute-long concerts, and, they couldn't get through it all without having done the practice and some of that being automatic. So ultimately, it's practice, and yes, your age does depend on it because you do sort of reach your peak in neuroplasticity, I think, around 18, but ultimately, practice makes perfect.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And Daniel, is there anything you'd like to know?
Yeah, very, very fluent. Clearly, you practice that very well. I wanted to ask, so apart from practicing, what other things can speed it up? And also, how did you learn such a talk and produce it so fluently?
Well, okay, I'll answer the second one first. So I love to play the piano, and I was struggling to come up with an idea of what to do for FameLab because everyone else had an idea and I didn't. So I was thinking, okay, well, and I was doing my piano practice and I thought, hang on, how can I actually do this? how does it work? And I was talking to my biology teacher, and I just found it a really interesting topic. And as for the first one, well, you don't really know whether it's whether your brain starts, you see child prodigies in music, you don't know whether their brain starts in that shape or if it shapes itself, because you don't know that they're going to become a child prodigy. You don't have a scan of their brain from before. So I would say that a lot of it's unknown, definitely obviously practice, but my personal view is that some people are born with brains that can be easily shaped or that are just a different shape originally. But there's so much unknown, which I kind of think is what makes it interesting. So.
Very good, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. ALBA, congratulations, well done. You can head back to your seats.